Okay, I think Sarah just relogged. She was not able to hear, but we can start. So today's topic about prayer. Yeah, um, we may have heard about different things about prayers, and maybe right now here we all are from different religion, or maybe wherever we stay we meet people coming from different religion. Some are Christian, some are Muslim, some are Hindus, some are Buddhist. In India, there are a lot of religion. There is Sikhism, Jainism, and definitely Hinduism and Buddhism. It's a very popular. So Sarah has come back, but I still cannot find the voice dot of Sarah. No, she does not have voice dot. Okay, maybe later on I can send her the recording. So we all have been taught about different things about prayer, and prayer is very ancient in nature. If we see the history of prayers, so people did prayers for survival. I think Sarah has the voice dot, and I think she should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me, Shara? Can you hear my voice? I think should be able to hear me now. Okay, so I'm just checking. Yes. So, like in the prehistoric time, people used to pray for survival. They faced different kind of natural calamities. They were living in a very hostile environment. They did not have proper shelter. They did not have any technology. They had to fight with wild animals, and they used to pray for survival. That is why if you read uh, about some ancient religion, you will find a lot of mentions about nature god and nature goddesses. Even in Hinduism, there are many nature god like Indra, Varuna, Agni. Agni means fire. Surya. Surya means sun. And it's not only Hinduism. In 2016, I went to Egypt. I I have always wanted to visit Egypt, and I love ancient civilization. So I went to Egypt, and I read a little bit about Egyptian mythologies, and there also there is a mention of Amun-Ra, the sun god. Goddess Isis, who is a goddess of fertility and the goddess of nature, very similar like goddess Gaia. Uh, there is a god for air. There is a god for river. The river god and river goddesses. So in those prehistoric time, we used to pray for our survival. Okay? We did not have any godly figure, or we did not have any concept of different god and goddesses, uh, because that time even religion was not invented. So people definitely believed in some higher power, and that time they believed in nature forces. And still in many mythology, like Norse mythology, like you know some very ancient tribal folklore, you will find the mention of different nature god and goddesses. So people used to worship nature. Okay, and after that we had different kind of organized religion. It could be Christianity, which worshipped Jesus, the Father. Then we had you know, Islam, who worshipped Allah. In Hinduism, there are many god and goddesses, and in Buddhism, there is no god. So, to some extent, Buddhism is a atheistic religion because all other religion they believe in a creator. Okay, they believe in some godly figure, but in Buddhism, uh, there was no clear mention of creator of any god. So Buddhism is more based on cause and effect, on causality. And from this cause and effect, from this causality, the concept of karma came up. And karma, this concept is very central to Indic religion, be it Hinduism, be it Buddhism, be it Sikhism, be it Jainism. The concept of karma is prevalent, and it's a foundational concept in all the Indic religion. So, when organized religion came up, then we had the concept of creator God, right? We had the concept of creator God, and in different religion, the creator is different. You know? So, for example, in Hinduism, the creator is different. We call it Brahma. You know, the Brahma is a creator god. He is one of the Trinity. So Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So Brahma, one who creates, Vishnu, one who preserves, and Maheshwara, Lord Shiva, who destroys everything. And then again the creation comes into being, and again the cycle goes on. Okay. In Islamic religion, it's not about any godly figure. It's one God, Allah. And in all the even the in the Bible talks about the Father and Jesus. Uh, so after this, people started worshipping nature, and the prayer were mostly about worshipping different forces of nature. You know. Then again, it changed when organized religion came. You know. So then people started praying to Creator God, right? Uh, Maybe it could be Jesus, it could be any other figure of faith. In India, there are many god and goddesses. I don't know if you have come to India, you will find so many temples. Each temple dedicated to different kind of god. There are many god and many goddesses. So from the survival prayer, it become a supplication prayer. Supplication prayer means requesting a deity, requesting a god, requesting some divine figure to grant our wishes, to redeem of our sin. Although the concept of sin is not here in Indic religion so much, but it is there in Abrahamic religion. So we started praying to different god and goddesses, irrespective of the religion we are coming from. So that becomes a kind of supplications kind of prayer, practice of supplications. But then, with the teachings of Buddha, another form of prayer came up, and that is more a kind of aspirational prayers and contemplative prayers. So, in the survival kind of prayer, we were trying to appease some nature forces. That is why, even if you go to Mayan civilizations, Even if you read about Aztec civilization, I really, it's in my bucket list to, visit Machu Picchu in Peru. I don't know when I'll be able to go there. So that is the Aztec civilization. And if you read about Mayan civilization, they all worshipped different nature forces. So from that survival part, it comes the supplication part where we used to pray to different kind of god and goddesses. And Buddha came up with a different kind of prayer that is more like of aspiration, contemplations, and even meditations. So today we will talk about the Buddhist kind of prayers, because in Buddhism there is no clear mention of God, and Buddha said that even if there is God, you have to walk. I mean, you have to be your own savior. No one is going to come and save you. No one is going to intervene in your life and do some miracle. You have to be on the right path, and you have to do practice every day. You have to exercise all the mental faculties. So then only you can achieve something. So Buddhist prayer is really, really different. Even if you study different prayers in Mahayana and Vajrayana, there are many deities in Mahayana and Vajrayana. But those prayers, it's not asking any boons or begging uh, to grant your wishes. Those prayers are mostly, embodying their qualities into your own life. So there are many deities in Vajrayana. So when you are praying, you are trying to embody their qualities. You are trying to reflect that how you can become, like them. And it's not like asking them from any, like granting your wishes or uh, anything, any miracle. So many people make a mistake. They think that when we go to different Buddhist places, that we are just begging for something, maybe a new job, maybe a new relationship. No, no, it's not like that. It's about embodying their qualities and embodying their characteristics into our own life. And it could be anyone. It could be any bodhisattva. It could be goddess Tara. It could be any kind of. There are many Buddhist deities. Uh, so it's more about cultivating their qualities into our own life. So that is why there are many hymns and there are many chants which Buddhists practice every day so that they can cultivate their qualities. It's not about worshipping them and to ask them that you please grant my wishes, not like that. So what Buddha taught about prayers, so that we are going to discuss. And then I am going to discuss that does modern science accept that prayer works, or does what does psychology says? What does neuroscience says about prayer? That also we are going to discuss. So first, let us discuss that what Buddha says about prayers. So it's very simple, Buddha repeatedly told that just praying or wishing for something does not guarantee that we are going to get it. And in our life, we have many desires. We want to have more money, we want to become rich, or we want to have long life, we want to be happy, we want to do good for other people. Mostly our parents, they always want good for us, good for us. Many different kind of desires we have. So Buddha said that just merely praying to any kind of god or goddesses, or wishing, nothing is going to happen. uh, and it could be anything, health, happiness, going to heaven. But good Buddha says that we need to focus on action and not petitions. So Buddha taught that any kind of desirable result are achieved through our action and not prayer. So he focused on karma. Okay, not only karma, also ethical conduct and also mental practices. That is why if you visit any Buddhist monastery, you will find that on an average, every Buddhist monk meditate for at least 3 to 4 hours. Okay. Uh, yes, sometimes they do chanting. Chanting is also a kind of form of meditations because they are focusing on one object, one particular hymns, one particular syllable, one particular word again and again and again. So it is also a kind of meditative, contemplative practice. So the Buddha clearly said that, uh, we are our own refuge, and no one is going to change our life if we do not take accountability, if we do not do something for ourselves, if we do not be sincere enough and change our, daily habits. So he talked about karma, ethical conduct, and mental practice, and not just wishes or, you know uh, asking help from any divine being. And Buddha said that wishes are ineffective. So Buddha said that if by merely praying, if we can become health, happiness, long life, then everyone would get it. If it was that easy, that just by praying we are going to get all this, then everyone would get it. No one would lack health, happiness, long life, abundance, good relationship, mental peace. Everyone would get it. Just they would pray for 1 hour every day or half an hour every day. But that is not the case. So Buddha said that self effort is the key. So in the teachings of Buddha, the prayer is more like a personal transformation. Okay? And how we can transform ourselves by self effort. Like I said, the Buddha said that you are your own refuge. No one else can help you or purify you or can transform you. So we have to take that accountability. And Buddha said that, or in Buddhism, not Buddha, in Buddhism, there are many branch of Buddhism. So there, the prayers are most like aspirations. In Buddhism, it's known as pranidhana. It's a Sanskrit word. It's more like an aspiration and not asking something from those deities. Aspiration means maybe I want to become like a Buddha. And the Buddha said that you all are potential Buddha, but you are not awakened yet. Buddha means the person who is awakened, and Buddha is not a person, it's a mental state. And there were many Buddhas in past, and there will be many Buddhas in future. So in Buddhism, the prayer is most like a aspirations, and that is why there are many hymns in Buddhism, right? Uh, there is hymns of Goddess Tara, there is Heart Sutra, there is many Vajrasatta, there is Medicine Buddha. So these are all kind of aspirations to embody those qualities into our own life. Because ultimately, if we want to achieve something, and that could be any worldly desire as well. It's not like, oh, I want to achieve nirvana. So that is also a kind of prayers. But even if we want to achieve something which is material, maybe a good health, or maybe I want to have enough money that I don't have to worry that how I am going to, you know, pay my bills. There also, we have to work. We have to take right actions, and that is what karma. And the Buddha said that uh, one very interesting thing about Buddhism, even if you read the stories of Jatakas, the Jatakas tales, Buddha never said that you don't earn money or earning money is a kind of sin. No, Buddha never said that. Even there is one deity in Buddhism who is a god of wealth, and I think its name is Zambala. Zambala, probably yes, not Shambhala. Shambhala is a different thing. It's a utopian place where it is believed that very advanced yogis and advanced spiritual beings reside. There are many movies and there are many books which talk about this hidden place uh, in, amidst the mountain clad. Not like that. It's Zambala. It's a different name. So it's more like a aspirations prayers, pranidhana, and uh, all the chanting, all the reciting praises of the Buddhas. There are different form of Buddhas, Amitabha Buddha, Avalokitesvara, and there are many female Buddha also. So these are form of recollections. It is used to inspire and align our own mind with those uplifted, evolved, and enlightened qualities, and not to beg for any interventions and not to uh, ask them to grant your wishes. Okay, so Buddhist prayers and the Buddhist concept of prayer is more of inner transformations through right karma, through mental practices, meditations, through ethical conduct, through helping other people, practicing kindness for your own self and for other people, and not like any other religion. That is why Buddhist prayers are very, very different than Hindu prayer, where we worship maybe Krishna and we ask Krishna to give us something, or maybe we worship Jesus and we ask Jesus to give us a gift, or we worship Allah and ask Allah to intervene into our life and do something. So Buddhist prayers are not like that, and I would say in that way Buddhist prayers are more scientific in nature, because it is not talking about your external world, it is talking about transforming your internal world, the most important, our mind. Now, this is what Buddha taught about prayers in different places. Now, what does science say about prayers that we are going to discuss right now? Now, there are a lot of research about prayers, and science always believe in empirical study, where we have got some tangible proof, we have got some tangible statistics, we have got some tangible numbers. So there are two kind of prayers. One prayer we are doing for our own self, another kind of prayer we are doing for someone else. The prayer that we are doing for someone else, it's called intercessory prayer, and the prayer that we are doing for our own self, that is called intrapersonal prayer. uh, there are not any evidence, or there are not many accounts where you can find that praying for others changed something for that person for whom you are praying. So suppose, for example, I am praying for a person here. Suppose I am praying for sand here. So as of now, the scientific literature that we have got, and there are many prayer studies which has been conducted, there was no mention, or there is no tangible, or the measurement that uh, I have prayed for San and something good happened to San. There is no such evidence, and there is no such empirical studies, there is no such proof. But it has been found that if we pray for others, or if we pray for our own self, that somehow influence our mind and body. That somehow influence our physiology. And there is a study, or there is a field, it's called neurotheology. What is neurotheology? It is the study of brain activity related to religious and spiritual practices. So in neuroscience, they have done some kind of neurotheology researches, like with some Buddhist monks, with some people from other religions. So whenever they are doing any kind of religious or spiritual practices, or maybe when they are having any kind of religious or spiritual experiences, how does their body functions, right? Even you must have seen some videos on YouTube where a Buddhist monks is put into a scan machines, and on his head there are many sensors, just to find out the different statistics about their brain, their blood pressures, their breathing. You must have seen this kind of um, uh, video. Now, what neuroscience found, that especially when they did some neurotheology research, that when people are focused, they are doing some kind of contemplative prayer, maybe alone or maybe in a group. In many traditions, in many culture, there is a ritual of group prayers. So they sit together just like we are sitting here, and they pray together, you know and that could be for anything, for the peace of the world, if a person needs some healing energy, uh, uh, for some person who is going through some kind of distress and people are praying for them. Anything could be reason. So what they found, that if a person is engaged in any kind of contemplative prayer, it can alter their brainwave states. We have different kind of brainwave. I think in one session we have discussed, or maybe you can check the YouTube channel. I have taken this session maybe in another place. There is one more place where I used to take the session, but right now I have been very busy with my real life job, and that place is called the Whole Brain Health. So in the Whole Brain Health, I think I have taken a session. So we have different kind of brainwave. It has been found that those people who do prayers, and they do any kind of contemplative prayers or meditative prayers, there is a shift of brainwave state. So the brainwave changes from beta waves. Beta waves are associated with stress or anxiety. Okay, and they have found that the beta wave slowly changes to alpha and theta waves. Alpha waves and theta waves bring calm to our mind. Okay, so they have found that the brainwave states change from beta waves, which is very fast wave by the way, to the slower calming alpha wave or theta wave. That is the brain frequency. They have found that when people pray, and there is one person who did a research, his name is Dr. Andrew Newberg. You can Google this person and you can find about his study and about his research. His name is Dr. Andrew Newberg. And he has, in his research, he has concluded that when people pray, it activates the prefrontal cortex, which is known as the focus center in our brain. So there is more metabolic activity in the focus center or the prefrontal cortex, and there is less metabolic activity in the amygdala, which is the emotional center. You know, so just like the prefrontal cortex is the focus center, or rational, we call it, the rational center. So there is more metabolic activity in the prefrontal cortex, and there is decreasing metabolic activity in the amygdala. Amygdala is also known as fear center or alarm center in our brain. So it shows that a drop in body's energy consumption from stress and anxiety to calm and efficiency. So there is more energy in the prefrontal cortex, more metabolic activity, and less energy and less activity in amygdala. And when amygdala is not hyperactive, when amygdala is takes the back seat and prefrontal cortex takes the front seat, automatically we feel calm and composed and we take decisions in the rational manner. Also, it has been found in the field of neurotheology that when people pray, doesn't matter if you are praying for yourself or you are praying for other people, it releases some kind of beneficial neurochemicals or beneficial hormones like serotonin and dopamine. And when serotonin and dopamine secretes in our brain, it improves our mood, and it creates a feeling of well-being, or it creates a feeling of happiness. Also, it has been found that when people pray, and what I am mentioning here, when people pray, it's not about once in a while. Those people who pray regularly, there are many people who pray regularly. I also know many people who pray regularly. So they have found that they free up some kind of cognitive resources or some kind of mental baggages, and that was previously consumed by some kind of worry, some kind of rumination, some kind of overthinking. So it has also been found that some cognitive resources uh, free up in our mind. So previously, if our mind is 100%, so maybe 20% was working uh, on some overthinking, on some rumination. Just like in our computer, if we press Alt, Control, and Delete button, we can see all the processes which are going on at the taskbar. We can go there. Similarly, in our mind, there are many processes going on, and maybe some processes were about overthinking, ruminations, feeling guilt, feeling about past trauma, and they have found that those people who pray, sometimes they release this kind of mental baggages, okay, which makes them more effective at some task, which makes them more efficient, staying in the present moment. So this is what neuroscience talks about prayer. Okay, so it definitely rebalance and optimize our mental faculties, at the very personal level, and not necessarily that if I pray for someone they will get some benefit, or if I pray for myself I will get some benefit. But these are some physiological changes that happens in our body. So more researches are going on. Maybe in future we will get to know more about how prayer help us. So the Modern neuroscience says that the prayer has benefit about our own mind and body, not about other people. And Buddha said the same thing 2500 years back, that our inner transformation is the actual prayer. The way we are doing the right work, that is our karma, we are doing ethical conduct, we are using our mental energy, that is going to determine what we are going to get in the life. It's not about asking for any boons or praying for any wishes. And Buddha clearly said that these are not going to work, because had it been working, everyone would have got all the things they have desired for, right? So today we discuss a little bit about Buddhist prayer and what does neuroscience says that when we pray, how does it affect our own physiology, our own brain, our own body. And there are many research is happening, like people are researching about biophotons, about subtle energy fields or biofields. People are researching about when someone does meditation, how the brain functions when people are in a deep meditative state. There was one Buddhist monk who was taken for this study. I think I forgot the name of the Buddhist monk, and he spent around 1 month with this neuroscientist, and they studied that what happens inside the brain when the Buddhist monk was doing meditations or doing mindfulness. So I think in future we are going to, I mean, and they have studied many more things. It's only not about that the kind of concentration they are having. They have studied that which parts of the brain lights up, how the amygdala takes the back seat and prefrontal cortex takes the front seat, the blood flow of the in our brain, the different wave that I discussed, beta wave, gamma wave, theta. So a lot of things are happening. So I think in next 10 years, in next 20 years, we will get to know more things. But I just don't want to make you all bored about saying all those things. But that was all for today. Now, if you have any questions that I have discussed so far, or if you want to share your own experience, please do, because we learn from each others in this community at the Buddha Center. So now it is over to you. If you have any questions, you can ask me through your voice, or you can ask in the chat box and I will read and I will answer. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions or anyone would like to share something? Acha, Sophie said something. I grew up in a religious home. Now the closest I come to prayer is a contemplative meditations where I acknowledge what I am feeling, what directions I would like to go in, what next steps I have on my path. That is helpful focus. Yeah, that is what exactly Buddha said. It's more like a aspirations. I told about that particular term which is mentioned in the Buddhist prayers or Buddhist scriptures, pranidhana. So it's more like that. Yeah. Anyone else would like to share something? Or if you have any questions, whatever we have discussed, you can ask that as well. And sorry for taking a little bit more time. I was supposed to close by 10:30, but each time I take more time. Okay, I'm very sorry for that. Okay, so I think there was no other questions, but Acha, Sarah said that thank you so much for this today. I'm being called away. Please excuse. Yeah, no issue, no issue, Sarah. Acha, San is about to say something. Yes. Ah, great, great. I read it somewhere. The best prayer is thank you. Thanking the universe for giving us all the thing. It's like a form of gratitude practice when we say thank you. Yeah, right, right. So gratitude is another part of another important aspect in Buddhism that I will talk about on some other day. Ah, that's great, San. Thank you for sharing your practice with us. So the San said that she does not ask for anything. Uh, so it's a great to that she shared with all of us. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. I don't think any other questions you have got, but later also in future also, if you have any questions, you can ask. Also, we have a Discord channel. I think Sophie can help you join the Discord community. I'm there. So you can tag me and you can ask me any question. And whenever I get some free time, definitely I'll try to answer the question. Yeah, exactly. So, there was a funny saying that praying is asking God or asking universe, and meditation is listening to the universal energy or listening to the universal intelligence. So there is a funny saying that praying is asking, talking to God, and listening. I mean, meditation is listening. So here we are not going to use the term God because in Buddhism there is no God. We can use the term called our higher self or the Buddhahood. Yes, yes, right, right. So even if you read some poetry of Rumi, you will find this kind of verses. Rumi is a Persian poet, a Sufi. You will find even in Kabir in India. So I think they all have similar messages that uh, when we meditate or when we contemplate, when we are calm, then automatically this universal intelligence we are listen. I mean, we are able to listen to this universal intelligence. Yes, and there is yeah, in India there is one kind of philosophy that is called Advaita or non-duality, which says you are God. There is a saying called Aham Brahmasmi or Tattvamasi, which means you are the God. But that is a different thing. That is a different religion. Let's not go there. Okay, okay. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming and uh, sharing your Saturday morning with me. Next Saturday, again, we shall come and we will learn something new. And I wish you a wonderful week ahead. And I hope to upload all the talk on YouTube very soon. And maybe Sophie can share the link on the website. Yeah. Thank you so much and namaste. Okay. Bye for now. Bye.